All right, Matt coming from Reborn Mind, Body, Soul. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the power of the growth mindset and some strategies in order to build a growth mindset. But before we get into it, let me lay a little bit of a foundation. So to start, we want to understand that our body has 37 trillion cells in it. And of those 37 trillion cells, 800,000 of those cells are replaced every second, like boom, just like that, just while you've been watching that. 800,000 cells have replaced themselves. So that means at the end of every year, you're a new you. Biologically, that means parts of your stomach is replaced, part of your heart, your lungs, and actually 10% of your skeleton is actually replaced by the end of the year. But you know what's interesting? Your mind isn't like that. You actually have to consciously change your mind and build a growth mindset in order to become a new you. And I want to ask you this before we get into it. When was the last time you challenged yourself? When was the last time you did something to improve your mind? And how similar are you today as you were last year? Are they pretty close, or are you actually quite a big difference? What are you doing in order to change that part of yourself? So let's think of this within children. Think about children. They're growing and changing rapidly. Every year they become a new person. They become a new biological person, and their mind. They're learning algebra, they're playing, they're learning new skills constantly, feeding their mind and their body, and they're growing at such a rate. But do you ever find it fascinating that at some point we stop growing in the majority? For some reason, we stop feeding our mind, we stop feeding our body, we stop growing our bodies, we stop building our bodies. And you know, this leads me to the next point. I know it may be overused, but if you're not growing, you're dying. You actually are dying. A part of you is dying. So you want to develop a growth mindset. You want to be on the path to building a stronger version of yourself, because I strongly believe the path to growing yourself is the path to happiness. Becoming a better version of yourself, becoming a stronger you, is what allows you to be fulfilled internally within yourself. And so our bodies are growing, but we have to feed our minds in order to grow. So this just doesn't happen naturally to us. Now it does because our parents put us in school systems and make us do homework and read books, but that doesn't constitute us growing. Now, I want to leave you with this fact, which I thought was really interesting. 70% of people that graduate high school stop reading at the end of high school. That's the last time they'll ever read. The other 20% read after high school, but they read fiction. And the last 10% read self-development books, read books to build your mind, to build you a stronger you. And of those 5% of that 10% actually implement. So do you want to be of the 5%? Start improving yourself, start reading books, start listening to podcasts, things that grow your actual mind. And then this is where we're going to get into some strategy. So the first thing you want to do is you want to evaluate how many uncomfortable situations have you been in. So for example, for me this morning, I went on Facebook or Instagram Live for like the first time. I guess this is the second time now. And man, I'm feeling so many sensations, leading the guided meditation while having people address me as my old self, and I have to, become the new me and say, hey, no, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, and you haven't met me yet, but I have to be strong in that and in who I am, and I'm a new me. I'm completely regenerated, and I'm a new me inside my mind. And so I've had to get over that hurdle today, but it was uncomfortable, but I enjoyed it after, because I was like, wow, if I do more of this, I'm just going to become better. And that's a skill. Imagine getting good at being on lives and then transmute that into front of a live audience. This is the skills that I'm looking to cultivate. And that was the last situation, was this morning. So I want to ask you, and ask yourself this, evaluate how many uncomfortable situations you put yourself in, and when was the last time you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Number 2, feed your mind. I mean, this may seem obvious, but feed your mind with great information. In order for our minds to grow, we have to feed it. So get great books, listen to great audios, watch motivational tapes, watch videos like this in order to expand your mind, just to even remind yourself. Maybe you know some of this information, but it's good to be in spaced repetition. Learning it over and over and over again allows the mind to expand. Another way to build a growth mindset is you want to associate with people that you look up to. Now, this again may seem obvious, but it's one of those fundamentals in order for you to grow. So to give you context, just recently, I've been surrounding myself around a coaching mentor, and his money blueprint, his money paradigm is quite a bit bigger than mine. And it's allowing me to expand my mind and expand what I think is my base level of an income. And so that's pushing me to think higher and operate at a higher level. Now, number 4 to building a growth mindset is you want to be intentional with your goals. This is huge. We want to write down what it is we want and get clarity on that and then head towards that. We don't just want to, do you just want to be rich because that's like what people want on social media? Or do you just want to have a good body because that's what you're told you should have? Or do you just meditate because that's what you're told? Or do you actually want to do these things? Because maybe you don't, and maybe it doesn't serve you. Maybe actually not doing any of these things is better off for you. So I would contemplate those things. So be intentional with your goals. And number 5, this is huge, create momentum. Momentum is a powerful, powerful thing. Now, I strongly believe that momentum is the X factor to growth. And what you want to do is you want to start off with small wins. So just for example, myself, I set a goal last week to just do 1 live. I didn't know how long, I didn't know what I was going to do about it. I didn't know how I was going to lead it. I didn't even really fully prepare. I just knew I needed to jump on. Now this week, I got up and I was like, I need to do another live. Now I'm getting a bit more momentum, so I'm feeling a bit better. I'm like, okay, that wasn't that bad. Okay, well, let's see. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow as well. Let me wake up. But now I want to be intentional with it because I'm gaining momentum. And so that momentum allows me to keep going. So you just want to do micro wins. So maybe you're trying to get in shape. Maybe just walk into the gym. First day, just walk into the gym. Second day, just go sit and walk around the gym. Third day, maybe go do 1 weight session and then take a break and then go back. Now, some people, like myself, I don't like to take days off or take a break because then that actually slows down the momentum, but you have to find that for yourself. So I want to leave you with the ultimate equation for growth, and that is growth plus momentum. You need both of these. It is absolute monumental. In order for you to be the ultimate version of yourself, you need to be growing and you need that momentum. And how you get that momentum is you just got to start. You got to get in the game somehow. I mean, look at my YouTube channel. I'm on 182, 83 videos, you know. This did not happen overnight. It's taken me a long time to start giving these videos that were organized and together, and it's just going to get better. And now with these videos, I'm wanting to do more and more of them in order to practice articulating information. So my intention here is to talk to you about the growth mindset and how to build a growth mindset. And in the process where I'm growing, I'm hopefully inspiring one person to want to grow themselves. So with that, I leave you with this understanding of the importance of building a growth mindset. So I share my peace and I share my love. Till next time.